This is Carmela Andrade, a third-year student major in social studies. Today, I will be talking about chapter 2 content, and it is about the topic of performance criteria. So what is performance criteria? Performance criteria is the expression of what will be measured and how success is fully defined. In choosing performance factor, relevant is the most crucial consideration. So the precision of measurement has traditionally been the most pressing concern in measuring the performance of students in the classroom. This will serve as the basis for evaluating the criteria of students' work in a specific subject or learning competencies. These are the dimensions in product and performance that illustrates undefined understanding, reasoning, and proficiency. If there are any implicit or explicit, this can help the subject process clear, consistent, and defensible. On the other hand, in establishing good criteria, first you have to identify the most important dimension of for the performance or the product. For instance, those that reflects on the instructional goals and that are teachable and observable, right, for teachers and readers. You have to raise questions like what distinguishes an adequate from an inadequate demonstration of the target, and do the students reach the designated and the goals to be achieved from the discussion. So in answering those questions, teachers who have planned and make the criteria should critically analyze the exemplars for distinguishing grades, like what is the traits to be measured and included in the criteria, and does it balance the specified trait to be measured and what is supposedly manageable. So for example, a performance criteria is a declaration that states a specific presentation of students well performed at or above a certain level on a particular metric. For instance, on a final exam, at least 80% of students will achieve mastery or greater. Another example is the usage of rubrics, ratings, skills, and checklists in giving appropriate, equivalent, and measuring the learning targets. The learning targets is, for example, students will be able to communicate or to write a persuasive paper or letter that encourage the readers or the audience to accept specific scores or point of view or actions. The criteria used for this to measure that academic paper or that persuasive paper for the readers and the teachers. First is the appropriateness of the language for the audience. So this is the language that is used or was used by the students. Second is the plausibility and relevance of the supporting arguments. If the arguments is well presented, that it supports mm, the arguments a student or a student's write or include in the paper. The level of the data presented, the level of encouragement of the students, evidences of the creative and innovative thinking, how students plan to persuade the reader or the audience to accept his or her paper or the persuasive paper on about the point of view. For their expression, for example, like the clarity, the usage of words, the grammar, and the language by the students, and the organization of the ideas, starting from the beginning or the introduction, the body to the conclusion, that suffice or complete um, the target which is to accept the paper made by those students. So thank you, and I hope that you have learned from my discussion. Good day and God bless.